ask Dr. Anjali and Dr. Purushottam to play on the Saraswati Vandana because no academic program can begin without invoking the blessings of Goddess Saraswati, who represents knowledge and education. Over to Dr. Purushottam for the Saraswati. Thank you, Dr. Anjali and Dr. Purushottam, for the beautiful Saraswati Vandana. Now I'm going to call upon the youngest member in, I would say, energy and spirit. And I always call him the Dabur Chyawanprash ka model, Dr. J.L. Gupta, Secretary, Indian Accounting Association, the man behind, along with Dr. S.P. Agarwal, behind this faculty development program. And I must say, sir, that in the zeal that you have to work and the energy, you are an inspiration to all of us. His indomitable energy for work keeps us all on our toes. Dr. J.L. Gupta to welcome the audience and introduce the subject. Over to Dr. J.L. Gupta.
Thank you, Dr. Rekha Dayal. A very good morning to all. Padma Shri Professor Dinesh Singh ji, Professor Nageshwar Rao ji, CA Dr. Sanjeev Singhal ji, Professor Sanjay Bhayani, Professor S.S. Bhakar, Professor S.P. Agarwal, Principal Ramanujan College, faculty members and participants from different parts of the country, nearly 1,000. I welcome you all to this 14-day National Faculty Development Program on Data Analysis for Research in Social Sciences, organized by Ramanujan College, DU in association with Indian Accounting Association NCR chapter. This is a program which was originally scheduled to be held in the month of March 2020 with effect from 19th March. But we had to defer it because of the COVID-19 virus, as extended months long curfew and lockdowns was initiated by the government. Friends, there are various stages of research. Each researcher must understand different tools and techniques available within the spectrum of each approach so that they make a correct decision in choosing and applying appropriate tool and technique. The principal objective of this online conference is to give exposure to young researchers about the modern tools and techniques available, along with their application skill by a team of eminent resource persons over a span of 14 days. Our team of resource persons include mainly Professor C.P. Gupta, Department of Financial Studies, former HOD and Dean, Faculty of Applied Science, Delhi University, Professor Surendra Kumar, Department of Economics, Delhi School of Economics, Professor Madhu Viz, Faculty of Management Studies, Delhi University, Professor S.S. Bhakar, Director, Prestige Institute of Management, Gwalior. Professor Narayan is also there, Faculty of Management Studies, and our Dr. Kuldeep Sharma is also there, and besides other eminent personalities. I'm sure this program will go a long way in the academic growth of the participants, and this will also help in their upgradation of status through the increased API score as per UGC norms. One advice to participants, as the rules of FDP are very strict, e-certificates will be issued to those only participants who qualify in all respects like attendance and also evaluation reports, etc. Finally, I wish participants a big success. Stay safe, stay healthy, stay home, and learn from the comforts of your homes. Thank you very much, Dr. Rekha. Thank you. Namaskar.
Thank you, Dr.
Over to
Jael
Dr.
Gupta.
Rekha.
Thank you, Dr. Jael Gupta, sir, for bringing out the importance of research lucidly in our lives. Not only it is important for our academic pursuit, but even in our day-to-day life, it becomes imperative that we research, we plan, and then we perform. Now, I would call upon one of the most dynamic principals that I have come across in University of Delhi, Dr. S.P. Agarwal, Principal Ramanujam College, whose, I must say, dynamism is reflected in every task and in every step that he undertakes. The college, in a short span of time, has shown a meteoric rise and is like the guiding star in the sky. Dr. Agarwal, I'm very sure that in times to come, very soon, Delhi University will be known by Ramanujam College. I would request Dr. Agarwal to throw light on the Teacher Learning Center of the Ramanujam College, under whose aegis and Indian Accounting Association we are conducting this faculty development program. Over to you, sir.
Thank you, Rekha ji, for introducing me. I don't deserve that much, but anyway, thank you very much. First of all, welcome to all the dignitaries and the participants from all over the country. Friends, I welcome all of you on behalf of Ramanujan College Teaching Learning Center, Pandit Madan Mohan Malviya National Mission for Teachers and Teaching. Our own Padam Shri Professor Dinesh Singh, former Vice Chancellor, currently doing a lot of activities in data analysis, also a story writer, musician, painter, and whatnot. Our own Professor Nageshwar Rao, great personality and a gentleman. Padam Shri Professor Mahesh Verma could not join us. Professor Pandey, I think, could not join us. Dr. Sanjeev Singhal, partner SR Bartley Board and member Northern Council Institute of Chartered Accountants of India. Professor M.B. Shukla, Professor Bhakar, Professor Sanjay Bhyani ji. Our own young Dr. Jael Gupta, also my guru, my teacher. My colleague and co-host Dr. Rekha Dayal, Dr. Anjali, our organizing team members, and dear participants. Once again, very hearty welcome on behalf of Ramanujan College, basically 100% funded and owned by Delhi University itself. Friends, as regard college, we are a very small entity in Delhi University, basically having 3,000 students and 120 teachers, with 10 centers of excellence, 40 student societies, different clubs, highly motivated teachers and students. Not only that, the college offers 15 undergraduate honors courses, and we are very passionate to say that we are just an undergraduate college. We are also offering 5 on-the-job training, or we can say the vocational courses from this college, and we are very keen to add some few more because we have been assigned Deen Dayal Upadhyay Kaushal Kendra by UGC. As we have been assigned Pandit Madan Mohan Malviya National Mission for Teachers and Teaching to train teachers. Friends, regarding the objective of Pandit Madan Mohan Malviya National Mission for Teachers and Teaching. See, the objective clearly is to train the teachers. If we can train them well, we can train our students. That is the objective. We have been doing that through various academic staff colleges, but probably the purpose was not being served. So it was thought to create a dedicated training programs for teachers, both newly recruited and on the job, as well as the middle level young teachers and also the academic administrators, because I have learned that a lot of young professors have been trained to be the academic leaders. So this is the scheme, and under this scheme we have been assigned in 2017 and 18, but in last 3 years we could do 30 programs, all were residential programs, and we could train about 3,000 teachers. But you will be surprised to know that in last 3 months or maybe 2.5 months, we conducted about 10 programs and could train 30,000 teachers. So you can see the power of technology. Now, the only thing this college possesses that we plan in advance. I think the planning started when we were undergoing through 4-year program, but in the last 1 year, we prepared our teachers and faculties to be ready for online teaching. And in order to ensure blended learning, we thought this is the best way to do it. But somehow, you know, I do not know, in March, suddenly this thing was announced. And we are very glad that all our teachers could take online classes, and our presence was 100% in the university. On the other hand, similarly, we thought that rather than sitting at home, let us do something for the community. And we started with the first program, which was completely free for 16,000 teachers. But let me tell you that only 8,000 could complete that. So that is what Dr. Gupta was mentioning, that we are very strict, much strict than we do it in residential program. So you all should be ready for all kind of assignment, test, presentations, and every other thing which faculty will need. Friends, another focus here is that this is regarding teachers, but then we are now thinking that we want to reach each and every student also. And we are planning in that direction. We have already started one program where almost 1,000 students have joined. That is again on research. We want to train them in research and data analysis. And we have a long-term program to train all over the country, maybe large number of students. The planning is going on, and in times to come, rather, we would request Professor Nageshwar Rao, because he is heading the largest university in terms of non-formal education, that we will be able to help them also in research, data analysis, and day-to-day social issues, which are very relevant for our young students, especially in arts and humanities, in languages where they do not know the tools of analysis. Friends, I will now briefly speak about the topic as such. I'm not an expert in that area, but Professor Dinesh Singh is here. He is an expert, and I can see that he has written various articles using data on COVID-19. See, friends, we need to understand that you need not be a medical expert or a scientist to analyze and to predict anything which is happening in the country or outside the country. So the basic simple thing is the data analysis, right tools, and then predicting. And I'm really very fascinated that data is a very powerful tool. And in today's world, you know, industry 4.0, unless until our students are exposed to these newer techniques, maybe data analysis, maybe big data, maybe machine learning, maybe robotics, maybe augmented reality, maybe Internet of Things, so many several things. And I tell you, if students are trained in these areas, there is no dearth of jobs, even in this COVID-19 situation. You know, I can give an example. My two daughters working for multinational companies, I was talking to them, one in US, one in India, that what is the future of your jobs? Now they were so confident, Papa, you know, things are very easy. We have more work. So you can think of why I'm giving this example, that if you have the right techniques, right knowledge, things would be very easier. Friends, another important advice for our teachers, young teachers, middle level teachers, that most of the time we do research for publication. Most of the time we do research for acquiring PhD or MPhil degrees. But friends, we need to be sensitive to the society. Now we need research which is helpful to the society at large. So our objective is that you must think, analyze, do the review of literature, or think about the data and then tools, and then predict something which is useful for the society as a whole. I was just reading few days ago that UGC has assigned to every university and college to do a research on what? That in 1918, swine flu gripped the world, and now in 2020, the COVID has gripped the world. Let us bring the data and analyze and see what is the relationship or what else we can do at this time, which we could not do in 1918. So with this, friends, once again, welcome on behalf of the college, Teaching Learning Center and academic fraternity once again, and thank you very much. Over to Rekha ji.
Thank you, Dr. S.P. Agrawal, for bringing out the importance of right techniques and right knowledge at the right time. And you have also very rightly pointed out that we do research for ourselves mostly in terms of our academic pursuit. But what is important is now our contribution and giveaway to the society. So I do hope that the young teachers and the students that you have mentioned about are listening to you. And with the big data analytics and the fourth industrial revolution that we are all in, these have all led us towards blended learning, which definitely is going to pave way for a new order post COVID-19. And I'm happy to see your positivity, which we see otherwise also in almost every sphere of life, that despite what is going around, you're positive that there will be still jobs for students who are able to look into it. Thank you once again for enlightening us on this issue. Friends, it's my proud privilege to introduce our chief guests and the guests of honor, though I know that it is very difficult to introduce them as they don't need an introduction. They are well known all over the country. Ladies and gentlemen, I've had the honor of welcoming and listening to our chief guest, Padam Shri, Professor Dinesh Singh, many a times before. But each time Professor Dinesh Singh addresses the audience, there is something new that we take back home. We are extremely honored to have you with us, sir, today to talk to us about the data and also about what is happening in the country right now. Professor Dinesh Singh, who dwarfs us figuratively and literally, is former Vice Chancellor of University of Delhi, currently Chancellor K.R. Mangalam University. As Dr. S.P. Agrawal said, a brilliant mathematician, a Gandhian philosopher at heart, and of course, an artist, and a superb storyteller by hobby. He began his career from St. Stephen's College, University of Delhi, and became one of the youngest professors in the Department of Mathematics. His doctorate is from London, UK, and he has held all the important positions in University of Delhi. He has been a member of the Board of Trustees, the Association of Commonwealth University Council, UK. He is a member of the governing body of All India Institute of Medical Sciences and many more such societies. He has received many awards and was conferred Padma Shri, India's highest civilian award, in 2014. Professor Dinesh Singh has been invited to deliver lectures all over the world. He played a very key role in bringing research into the lives of students through the innovative projects. And I remember so many of my students were encouraged to be young researchers to hone their skills in this direction during his time period as the Vice Chancellor and before that as the Director of Delhi University. We are really grateful to you, sir, for accepting our invitation, and we do apologize for the delay that has taken place today on account of technological glitches. We are unable to welcome you with flowers on this virtual platform, but we show our gratitude in words and feelings. We are extremely happy to have you with us. We are equally fortunate to have with us Professor Nageshwar Rao, Vice Chancellor, Indira Gandhi National Open University, the largest open university in the world. Professor Rao has held similar positions, that is the Vice Chancellor of Uttarakhand Open University, Haldwani University before this. He is also the Chairman of National Task Force to develop parameters for assessing and crediting institutions. Professor Rao has also been the Honorary Vice Chairman of Rashtriya Uchchatar Shiksha Abhiyan, Madhya Pradesh. He received his DPhil from the University of Allahabad and from the Institute of Cost and Management Accountancy of India, Kolkata, is Cost and Works Accountant. He is the author of many books and was also Chair Professor Ambedkar Peeth, Vikram University, Ujjain. He has been conferred with many awards, including the Nehru Literacy Award of Indian Adult Education Association by the Vice President of India. We are very grateful to you, sir, for being with us today and for sparing your time. I know that it's a busy schedule you all have, but we are very happy to have you with us and we welcome you. Padma Shri Professor Mahesh Verma, Vice Chancellor of Guru Gobind Singh Indraprastha University, now hasn't been able to join with us at this point of time because in the morning there was a call that I got from him and he also called up Dr. J.L. Gupta to regret his not being able to join us. So he's hopeful that maybe if he gets time in between he will join us. He's on a duty assigned to him by the government of Delhi for monitoring the various hospitals for COVID-19 patients. Professor Verma is an Indian prosthodontist and the director and principal of prestigious Maulana Azad Institute of Dental Services, a college which he transformed into state-of-the-art institute. He was awarded Padma Shri in 2014. His education is from universities in India and abroad. He also has an MBA degree from the Faculty of Management Studies, where he also teaches as an honorary teacher. Under his dynamic leadership, Maulana Azad Institute of Dental Sciences, MAID, which is called as, reached the top position in the country. Professor Mahesh Verma is the president of Delhi unit of Indian Dental Association and was the vice president of Dental Council of India. He is honorary advisor to the Armed Forces Dental Services, Ministry of Defense, and international advisor to the Royal College of Physicians and Surgeons of Glasgow, United Kingdom. He has received innumerable awards. To name a few, BC Roy Award, State Award, and of course, Padma Shri in 2014. We are very hopeful, sir, that you shall be able to join us at least for a short period and be able to bless the audience in their assignment in the next 14 days for the faculty development position. Thank you so much for accepting our invitation. Professor I.M. Pandey who also unfortunately has not been able to join so far.
He has
I'm hoping-
joined. Dr. Rekha, he has joined.
Sir, my apologies. I welcome Professor Ryan Pandey. We have had great pleasure in welcoming Professor Ryan Pandey, who is a noted academician and a scholar. Currently, Professor Pandey holds the position of Director General, Vivekananda Institute of Professional Studies. He was earlier with the prestigious Indian Institute of Management, Ahmedabad, where he taught for more than 25 years and held important assignments as Director, Dean Chairman of Doctoral Program, and Chairman of Finance and Accounting Area. Professor Pandey also held the position of Dean and Chair, Dean and Chair Professor, School of Management, Asian Institute of Technology. Professor Pandey is an integral part of Delhi University. He started his career from here and later served as Dean Faculty of Commerce and Financial Studies, University of Delhi. Professor Pandey has taught in many universities across the world and has in his kitty wide array of publications. He has authored many books. Thank you, sir, for being with us always and joining us today as our guest of honor. We also extend a warm welcome to our very own Dr. Sanjeev Singhal, President, Indian Accounting Association, NCR Chapter, presently partner in assurance practice with SR Bartley and Company. He has worked on a wide spectrum of finance functions, which include reporting, compliances, taxation, and treasury with renowned companies. He was nominated by the government on NACAS. Besides other things, his forte is accounting standards. He is a special invitee with the Board of Studies of the Institute, with the Board of Studies and resource person for developing guidance notes. He is a man of multi-talents with his finger in many pies like pharma sector, healthcare media, financial services, and has also contributed in the area of social responsibilities. He was elected for the membership of the Central Council of Institute of Chartered Accountancy of India. He has an impressive academic record. He's a gold medalist throughout and earned his PhD through the Faculty of Management Studies, University of Delhi. We thank you, Dr. Sanjeev Singhal, for being with us today as our guest of honor, and again welcome you with our words and feelings. Professor M.B. Shukla, who unfortunately has not been able to, am I right, sir, not been able to join so far?
I think he's in the process. I think he may join anytime.
As Dr. J.L. Gupta informs us that Professor M.B. Shukla is also in the process, sir, we extend our warm welcome to you. He is presently Professor, Dean and Director, Institute of Management Studies, Mahatma Gandhi Kashi Vidyapeeth, Varanasi. He has authored 21 books in the areas of accounting, finance, cost management, entrepreneurship, and environmental management, which have received wide acclaim. He has to his credit a number of research papers. He holds positions in a number of academic bodies, which include University Grants Commission and AICT. He got his DPhil from Allahabad. He was also the former president of Indian Commerce Association and Indian Accounting Association and has been conferred with many awards. We are very happy to have you with us, sir. And we hope that he joins us soon. We also would like to extend a very warm welcome to this August gathering of Professor Sanjay Bhayani. Dr. Sanjay Bhayani is the Dean Professor and Head Department of Business Management, Saurashtra University, Rajkot. He also works as officiating Vice Chancellor, Saurashtra University. He has been an academic for more than 28 years and has published many papers and has authored many books. He is Chief Editor of Journal of Commerce and Accounting Research, which is published by India Publishing Group. He is the General Secretary of Indian Accounting Association. He was an independent director of Rajkot Commodity Exchange and has presented papers in various research conferences in India and abroad. He has received many national awards and guided 27 scholars for their doctoral programs. Dr. Bhayani has also completed 4 major research projects funded by UGC, AICT, and ICSSR. We are very happy to have you with us, sir. I would also like to extend our welcome to Dr. S.S. Bhakar, Director, Prestige Institute of Management, Gwalior. Dr. S.S. Bhakar is an academic who has demonstrated his competence in the education management industry. Under his leadership, the institute was given the A grade by NAC. He was also instrumental in getting permanent affiliation of the institute to the university. He is a well-known trainer in the area of operations management, supply chain, and research. He has conducted more than 60 research methodology workshops, almost 25 case writing workshops, and has participated and presented papers in national as well as international conferences. We welcome you, sir, today on this inaugural session. Now, I would call upon Professor Nageshwar Rao to address our participants. Over to Professor Nageshwar Rao.
Respected Professor Dinesh Singh ji, my friends, Professor Sanjeev Singhal ji, S.S. Bhakar, Sanjay Bhyani, S.P. Agrawal, the principal of Ramanujam College, J.L. Gupta, my young brother, distinguished participants to this 14-day online faculty development program, and you all. First of all, it's a great honor for me to be with you this morning, especially when Professor Dinesh Singh is chairing this inaugural session. It's a great activity which the Ramanujam College and my friend J.L. Gupta is carrying on, because J.L. Gupta works like a younger brother to me. Physically, he may be elder to me, but look at his agile and the zeal through which he works. The theme of the 14-day workshop is data analysis for research in social sciences. A relevant topic, and it is useful to the researchers also. I do remember when we were the students, at that point of time, the emphasis was mainly laid on collecting the requisite data. Collection of primary data, collection of secondary data. But ultimately, unless we analyze that data, we cannot get the inferences, and the study would not have been meaningful. So therefore, the process of analysis, this helps us to draw the useful inferences. Dr. Bhakar is present over here. I do have lots of interaction with him also in the earlier occasions. He was a resource person in the field of data analysis for the last 20 years or so. And once we do the analysis of this collected data, we get the useful inferences. Of course, nowadays, we are having the SPSS packages also. They are helping us a lot. And even the simple statistical tools that can also be applied through the technology. And lot of time which we earlier used to devote on analysis of that information, now that time we can save by using these primary statistical tools, which we are getting good results from that. Hypothesis that can be tested comfortably, and the testing of those results, they always give us meaningful inferences in the end. Especially when the students are undertaking the MPhil or the PhD projects. For them, this use of statistical analysis, it is of great relevance also. Even for us also, the people who were the teachers and of the older generation, and they were not much aware of these technicalities of this data analysis. For them also, this particular online program it will be of great use to us. The design of the program, it has been made in such a way so that you can understand those basics, you can practice, and subsequently you can implement it also. JL Gupta has organized such programs earlier also, and from the earlier programs also, they have got very good feedback. And I do have a longer association with him. Because of that, whenever he organizes any program in Delhi, I always try to attend that program. And thereby, I also get inspiration from him that how to do some good things in the field of research. In the field of social science research, specifically where the experiments that cannot be carried on in researches, the use of these statistical tools, that is of great use to all of us. And the emphasis on data analysis, that is the most important thing. Even in the social science researches, the structure of the thesis normally is based upon 3 or 4 chapters: the introduction, literature review, research methodology, and the data analysis. Earlier, that sort of emphasis it was not there when we used to collect the huge statistics, but ultimately we were not knowing that how to use that statistics for the purpose of the problem for which the research work it was carried on. So it's a great work. I must compliment the Ramanujam College also, and also my friend JL Gupta ji, who has taken this initiative. I convey my sincere best wishes to the participants, who will definitely get some insights from this 14-day online program from the experts, from the leading experts, who will definitely shape the learning for these people, and thereby they can use those techniques in their researches also. I convey my deep sense of regards to Professor Dinesh Singh ji, with whom I had an opportunity to share this inaugural session. Thank you very much. Thank you.
Thank you, sir. Thank you, Professor Nageshwar Rao, for your address to the participants. And sir, you are absolutely right in reflecting on the importance of statistical tools which can be used. Not only they do save time, but they also give you the accuracy of the results is far more greater than before. I'm sure that not just the participants, but others also will benefit from this. Thank you once again for joining us today.